That gate took like 7 minutes to fry.
Which is a good thing.
Somebody decides to break into Frost Bistro, come try to steal some money, steal the safe. Why not just do something in life to earn money and find something else to do? That's when they come out with the safe.
That's crazy. You know, it totally messes up your whole, like, your mental, you know.
You thought the drama between Kirk Frost and Jasmine had died down? Think again. Things just took a serious turn, and it's messier than ever. Reports are coming in that Kirk's house was attacked, and at the center of it all, once again, is Jasmine. Yep, she's right in the middle of this chaos, and how it all unfolded sounds like something straight out of a reality show. Apparently, Kirk recently filed for full custody of their son, Cannon. And Jasmine, she didn't take that news lightly at all. Witnesses say she showed up to Kirk's house uninvited, yelling, breaking things, and even threatening him face to face. And it didn't end there. Security had to be called, and what followed only made things worse. So what led Jasmine to completely lose it? And what made Kirk decide to take full custody now, after all these years of back and forth? Let's break it down, because there's a long history between them, and it's all bubbling up now in the worst possible way. Kirk and Jasmine have been involved in a messy, drama-filled situation since the beginning. It all started when Jasmine came into the spotlight after revealing she had a child with Kirk while he was still married to Rasheeda. That bombshell rocked everything, especially on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where fans watched it all explode. Kirk's cheating was one thing, but having a child outside of his marriage took things to another level. Rasheeda was embarrassed publicly, but despite everything, she stuck around. Still, Jasmine and Kirk's issues didn't stop. Once Cannon was born, Jasmine started asking Kirk for more money, way more than just standard child support. She wanted him to cover private school fees, designer clothes, and basically provide a celebrity lifestyle for Cannon. Kirk wasn't having it, and the fights just kept building. Over the years, their custody arrangement has been tense. Kirk had limited visitation, and Jasmine reportedly kept strict control over when and how often he could see Cannon. Every time Kirk tried to get closer to his son, Jasmine would threaten to leak more personal details about him. For a while, Kirk tried to keep the peace, but eventually Jasmine pushed too far. Sources say Jasmine was using Cannon to manipulate Kirk, demanding more money and making threats if she didn't get her way. At some point, Kirk decided he'd had enough. He went to court and filed for full custody, not shared, not increased visitation. He wanted Cannon full-time. When Jasmine found out, she didn't just get mad, she completely lost control. She reportedly started calling Kirk non-stop, leaving angry voicemails and texts, and even showed up at Frost Bistro demanding to see him. Kirk didn't respond. He had cut her off completely. That's when Jasmine showed up to his home in the middle of the night, yelling and banging on the door. She didn't stop there. When Kirk wouldn't come outside, Jasmine allegedly walked over to his luxury SUV, the one he bought last year, and keyed it. When that didn't get his attention, she allegedly threw a brick through one of the windows. Security cameras caught everything. And get this, she was holding Cannon the entire time. Witnesses say she was screaming that Kirk wasn't going to take her son away, threatening that it would happen only over her dead body. Kirk finally opened the door, not to talk, but to call for security. His guards came out and tried to remove Jasmine from the property, but she refused to leave. She reportedly fought back, trying to push through the guards, screaming and swinging at them. It was chaos. Neighbors were outside recording, paparazzi had shown up, and social media was flooded with videos. Within minutes, the hashtag #JasmineLosesIt was trending. Police arrived not long after. They reportedly found Jasmine yelling that Kirk was trying to take her baby as they put her in handcuffs. Cannon was there, crying. Kirk bent down, hugged him, and told him everything was going to be okay. Meanwhile, Jasmine was being taken away, still shouting that she would reveal the real truth in court. Shortly after the incident, Kirk's lawyer gave a statement to TMZ saying Kirk is seeking full custody due to Jasmine's unstable behavior. He wants to provide Cannon with a secure environment, but Kirk didn't stop there. He posted a picture of himself with Cannon at the park on Instagram, captioned, "My son comes first, always." And the comments? People were dragging Jasmine hard. While Jasmine was causing a scene, Kirk was making legal moves. His team reportedly filed for a temporary restraining order to keep her away from both him and Cannon. And when she showed up at Kirk's home again, she allegedly broke that order. Now she's not just facing the risk of losing custody, she could also be hit with criminal charges. And this is just the beginning. The custody case hasn't even officially started yet. The real question now is, can Jasmine recover from this, or has she gone too far? Because if Kirk has the evidence his team says he does, and if Jasmine's ex, Rod, testifies, she could lose everything. The hearing is next week, and paparazzi will definitely be watching. This situation isn't calming down anytime soon. And if what's coming next is anything like what just happened, it's going to be explosive. Jasmine might think she still has a chance, but right now it looks like Kirk's got the upper hand, and the damage might already be done. Kirk's legal team just got a major advantage, and it's all because of Jasmine. Now they're saying she might have been misusing child support money, and that could count as neglect. That's exactly the angle Kirk was planning to use in court. Someone close to the situation said Jasmine basically handed Kirk an easy win. His lawyers just have to play the live video in court, and it could completely destroy Jasmine's credibility. But things got worse. Guess who Kirk's team just brought in to testify in the custody case? Rod, yes, Jasmine's ex, the same guy who helped raise Cannon when Kirk wasn't around. He's also the same person who's been throwing subtle shade at Jasmine for years. Now he's switched sides. Kirk's lawyers convinced Rod to testify, and from what we're hearing, he's ready to spill everything. One source shared that Rod's been done with Jasmine for a while now. He's seen how unstable she can be and wants to let the court know. And when Jasmine found out Rod was going to testify against her, she lost it. She reportedly called him over and over, and when he finally picked up, she was shouting, asking how he could do this to her after everything they'd been through. Rod stayed calm and just told her he was doing what's best for Cannon, but Jasmine didn't stop there. Witnesses say she showed up at Rod's place later that day, yelling and banging on his door so loud that security had to be called to remove her. That incident? Yeah, it also ended up in Kirk's court documents. At this point, Jasmine's doing half the work for Kirk's legal team. Then came the most unexpected move. Jasmine showed up at Kirk's restaurant that same night with Cannon, even after being hit with a restraining order. She acted like everything was normal, walking right in with her son by her side. Kirk was sitting at the bar when he saw her, and his whole mood changed. He reportedly asked, "What are you doing here?" Jasmine calmly said she wanted to talk, but Kirk made it clear he wasn't interested. She refused to leave and started getting loud. Witnesses say Cannon looked confused and uncomfortable while his mom argued. The whole thing escalated until security had to be called again. Jasmine ended up getting arrested right there in front of her son. And yep, people caught it on camera. Social media blew up with footage of Jasmine being taken away by police while Kirk hugged Cannon. People couldn't believe it, but the chaos didn't stop. The moment Jasmine's arrest hit the blogs, the internet went wild. Some fans supported Kirk, saying Jasmine had gone too far. Others questioned whether Kirk had pushed her into this breakdown. But then the police report dropped, and things really got serious. According to the report, Jasmine was charged with trespassing, damaging property, and resisting arrest. And there was another detail that shocked everyone. Kirk had already filed for a restraining order before she even showed up that night. That means Kirk wasn't just trying to get custody, he was trying to keep Jasmine away completely. When people saw that, they were convinced Jasmine had been spiraling for a while, and while Jasmine was sitting in a jail cell, Kirk wasn't wasting time. He immediately got his lawyer on the phone to file for emergency custody of Cannon. His team is now building a case to prove Jasmine is unfit to be a parent. They've reportedly gathered evidence of her erratic behavior over the past year, neighbors complaining about yelling and fighting in front of Cannon, and even proof that she may have used child support for luxury items like designer bags and spa visits. And just when you think it can't get more complicated, Rod, her ex, is ready to testify too. He helped raise Cannon and saw Jasmine's behavior up close. Sources say he's willing to say that she's been emotionally unstable and manipulative around their son. Once blogs started talking about Rod testifying, Jasmine's team went into panic mode. There was another dramatic scene at the restaurant when Jasmine confronted Kirk again. She shouted that he couldn't take her son from her, while Kirk stayed calm and had her removed by security. Cannon was crying, caught in the middle of it all, And of course, someone in the restaurant filmed it. The video quickly went viral, showing Jasmine screaming while being escorted out, and Kirk quietly comforting Cannon.